I talk a lot about how to work better, be productive, do more, improve. And so naturally people talk about work-life balance. Oh yeah, balance is key. And I just think it's all bullshit. I honestly, it does not. I've never seen a successful person who is like that. This is one of my most controversial viewpoints, especially when it comes to normal people, normal students, and people my age. And so my controversial view is that work-life balance does exist, but not in the way most people think. Most people see work-life balance as a daily or weekly thing. You wake up and you have 16 hours awake in your day, assuming you sleep all 8 hours. So 16 hours, you work for 10 hours. Then for the next 6 hours, you just, you indulge, you play some video games, you talk to people, you socialize, you do whatever. So that's the work-life balance, right? But if you look at successful people, if you look at millionaires, that's not how they run their life. They will lock in and go fully monk mode in 6 months, just focus on the one project, the one business that they're building. They spend, honestly, 15 hours of those 16 hours awake on just work. And then once they're done with those 6 months, for the next 1 or 2 months, they party, they have fun, they book like the yacht parties and they throw champagne and they have the Instagram models or whatever, right? So it's work hard for 6 months, play hard for 1 or 2 months. And so they still have work-life balance. There's still work and life. It's just that it's on a bigger scale. Instead of thinking it as a daily thing or like a week, weeks you have 5 days a week you work, 2 days you rest. Instead, it's on a monthly scale, it's on a yearly scale. And when people look into the future and they can think long term like that, those are the people that win. And so the reason that this works is because of this image from the book Essentialism. This is my favorite image. I'm going to keep bringing it up because it is what changed my perception on this. When you work for a few hours and then after that you go do other things, you go play some video games because you want to rest and unwind, you let people into your life, it's like this. You're spread thin, your time and energy is spread amongst many things, and so you make little progress in every direction. I like this quote by Sam Ovens: "You're going nowhere slowly. You're spread thin." But if I say, just for now, not forever, but just for now, I'm going to lock in on just one, what happens is that instead of this, I get this. This is when you're focused on one thing, and so all my time can just go into this one thing. And so I make massive progress in little amount of time. Within 2 or 3 months, I make more progress because I'm focused on one thing compared to 6 months of being spread thin. That's why successful people have periods like that. They had one season that's like, this is the season of Microsoft. I'm just going to focus on building Microsoft. This is the season of Tesla. I'm just going to focus on making Tesla. And so since they have this laser focus, they can get shit done. And I'm not trying to be insulting, but if you follow what everyone else does, so most people, 90% of people, they follow the same thing: 5 days work, 2 days rest, 5 days work, 2 days rest. They all do this, and so that's the action, right? And the outcome is that they're just average. And then if you look at successful people, they do this balance but on a long term, and they get the successful results. It depends on just what you want. Either way, you have balance. So for me, I live life in seasons where for a few months or maybe even 1 year, that's the longest season I've ever had, 1 full year, I just lock in on one thing and just focus on that one thing. So my first big season was like 6 months on YouTube. I wanted to get to 100k subs. I did it in 6 months. I think I actually did it in 5 months or something, but about there. That's what happens when you focus all your energy. And the final thing that oh my god, my hair keeps getting my eyes, bro. And the final thing I'll talk about is momentum. This builds so much momentum. Imagine you have a ball, like a basketball, and you're rolling it on a flat ground, right? And you're rolling it and you want to just see how far you can get it. And imagine you have a limited amount of times that you can push the ball. So you can only push the ball 5 times, and your goal is to get it to go as far as possible within those 5 pushes. Which one would you do? Would you roll it and then stop, roll and stop, roll and stop, and then try to make it go as far as possible? Or would you roll and just keep rolling so that it builds momentum? Obviously the second one, right? Because that one will go further because you're not stopping it. You can just build momentum and keep going. So for me, instead of starting work on Monday, stopping on Friday, start again, stop, start, stop, it doesn't build momentum. And so I don't get into the flow of things. I don't get into the zone. I get ideas and I have to stop my progress on those ideas, so I forget some of them. But if I can just allow myself and give myself the permission to just keep on working, I build momentum again and again, and it multiplies the results. And so the same thing is true with the ball. You would just keep on rolling it, let go, see how far the momentum takes it, and let the momentum slowly run out. and then it just comes to a stop eventually, right? Same thing for me. I just keep on getting ideas, working until I naturally just run out of ideas. I work till I can't work anymore. Then I'm like, okay, let's rest. Let's just stop. And that's fine because I have enough work to last the rest period. Like if I work really hard during the work period and I make like 4 pre-recorded videos. So I pre-record 4 videos, meaning they're already uploaded as an unlisted video on YouTube. So I already have them. Now when I take a month off of YouTube, I don't have to think about YouTube because I already have those videos there. I can just upload them whenever. 1 video per week. But you can probably see that if I didn't go all in on work and I didn't pre-record those videos because I was afraid of burning out, guess what? During this period where I want to rest, I would have to think, oh yeah, I didn't make the video this week. I have to go get ideas. I have to go do it. And then I'll go make the video. But since I don't want to be there, I'm not gonna perform as well. And you can probably tell. You can tell when a YouTuber wants to be there or if they don't want to be on the video. You can tell when it's genuinely a good idea that they just got, they wrote down and they can't wait to be in front of the camera, compared to when they're like, oh yeah, I have to upload a video. Let me just record something quick. And so during that mini period of resting, I can actually focus on resting. I can actually do it guilt-free as well. What a lot of people do is they work Monday to Friday, they still have work to do, and they have to get back to work on Monday, and so Saturday and Sunday can't even be really enjoyed because they're like, oh yeah, I have to get back to work. And so again, I work so that I have the option to work. So when I don't want to work, I can genuinely stop working for a whole month. Think about it, I can just stop working for a whole month and just go take time off. So I think this video might seem like I'm not a balanced person or I don't believe in work-life balance, but I'm still balanced technically. So if you look at my day today, it doesn't seem balanced at all. If you look at my week this week, it doesn't seem balanced at all. But if you look at my month, if you look at the whole year, it's balanced. It's just that it's not balanced in the popular sense of the word. Like balance, we usually see it as like in the middle because it's balanced, right? There's one extreme, and you're in the middle. My balance is like, if I spend 6 months in extreme rest, and then the rest of the 6 months of the year, I spend in extreme work, 6 months here, 6 months here, that cancels out and I'm still in the middle, right? If you average it out, it's still in the middle. Most people, they don't want to go to extremes, they just want to stay in the middle. And so that's where most people die. Instead of working Monday to Friday, then resting on Saturday and Sunday, I just work like for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and then when I'm tired and I can't work anymore, then I just stop working. I drop it down from 5 hours or 8 hours down to 1 hour. So I only work for 1 hour for a whole week, and the rest of my time I just play basketball, socialize with people. And so that's just what works for me. And I think a lot of people base my life that they see online off of their values. So they're like, oh, I wouldn't be happy in your life, I wouldn't be good in your position, thus you are not happy. And that's where the problem comes from. When you assume like, if I was Ruff, I would be unhappy, that means Ruff is unhappy. But that's not how it is, because we're different people. I think a lot of the time it's because people see work as like a bad thing or something they want to run away from, mainly because they don't like their work. And that's fine, but for me, it takes more discipline for me to not work. Like right now, it is 11:25 p.m. Whoops. I should be asleep, but I'm making this video instead, and it's more fun. It takes discipline for me to not work. So yeah, to conclude, you can either stay in the middle, and that's not the middle, this is the middle. You can either stay in the middle, or you can push yourself to the extremes, get used to the extremes, and then build way more momentum than everyone else. And the thing is, if you want extreme results, then you have to be at the extremes. If you want normal results, you have to be in the normal. So it depends on what you want. If you want to be normal, then stay in the middle. They're probably getting pissed off at me right now because you actually don't want to be normal. It's just that you don't want to have this because people will judge you, and it's not acceptable, like socially acceptable to do that. But who cares? I looked at successful people and they kind of gave me permission to do it, and so I hope I can be that person for you. I realized that a lot of things you can already do it, you just need to be given permission because it's not socially acceptable. So here is me giving you permission to try out this lifestyle. You don't have to go all in. Again, it's just for a season, it's not forever. Because if you want extreme results, you have to live an extreme life. Take action. Holy shit, it is getting hot. It rained for like a whole 5 seconds and then the rain stopped for some reason. It is getting hot in here and my hair keeps getting my eye. You can probably see how long my hair is getting. Oh my god, it's up to my nose. Yeah. Anyways, if you like my advice and you want more, go click the first link in the description. That is Ruff Club, my private community where I talk a lot about this stuff, how to achieve more as a teenager, how to achieve success at a younger age, especially about the YouTube and like productivity side of things. I have a course on YouTube and productivity. They've been getting really good reviews. I'm super active on there. And yeah, if you're interested, go click the first link if you want to support me and everything. But if not, that's completely fine as well, because all the YouTube videos will still be here every single week for your value. Give me a kiss. Mwah. I'm gonna sleep. Like it's almost 12. By the time I sleep, it's probably gonna be 12. It is 34 now. Look at that sheet. 34. So 再见。